Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Rakah, double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and salutations to the elect. This is Brother Lawyer from Great Millstone, Miami. And what I want to go into in this lesson, or what I want to title this lesson, is because they hate Yahawashi. Okay, that'll be the actual title of this lesson. It's because they hate Yahawashi. All right. And this is a topic concerning, the persecution that we will face. All right, as believers in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, we have to remember, okay, that the reason why the persecution is coming towards us, the reason why the hatred, the disdain, the dislike, whatever adjective you can put in there, the reason why that's coming, all right, is not because of us personally. Okay, it's not really something personal. It's not because of any slanderous report that they may believe about us. All right. Ultimately, all right, it's because they hate Yahushua. Oftentimes in the ministry, as we preach the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, all right, we get all different types of comments. Oh well, we don't like you guys because, and you fill in the blank. Oh, because you guys talk rough. Oh, because you scream loud. Oh, because you use curse words. Well, if those were the reasons as to why they don't like us, all right, well then why don't they have that same energy towards the majority of the pop culture music that's out there? Okay. Oh, it's because you guys are racist. Okay. Well, if that's the attitude that they had, okay, if that was truly a sincere comment, all right, what about all the racist things that these Edomites have done to us and to the rest of the world? Okay, so if it was really about that, all right, that same energy that they have towards us would be directed towards Esau. Okay, matter of fact, I saw in a video that Elder Yashawamba did earlier today, all right, where some Jake pastor, you know, Christian pastor out there was saying, oh, the Hebrew Israelites are the equivalent of the KKK. They're the black equivalent of the KKK. All right, which is a slander. Okay, all right, um, because we all know that in its documented history, it's well known that the KKK, literally raped, robbed, and murdered people. They did physical harm. Um, they burned crosses. Okay, all right, they've gained positions in police force and sheriff departments, and in even in the higher courts and politics of this nation. We know that for a fact. Okay, all right, this is information that has come out about them. So, you know, for anybody to compare us to them, all right, it's just complete slander and lies. Okay, because all the Israelite groups, what we're known for the most is just going out there and preaching out the Bible. Of course, we may get passionate or loud. Okay, all right. Some of them use microphones and stuff like that. All right, but we're not violent people. Okay, all right. So the question becomes, all right, well, if none of those things really make any sense as to their hatred towards us, then what is the real reason as to why the world hates us? And the real reason why is because they hate Yahushai. That's the bottom line. Okay, all right. All the little nitpicking and little things that they try to point at, to try to, you know, um, to try to defame us, or to try to paint us in a bad light. Okay, to try to misrepresent the truth, misrepresent who we are. Those are not really the true reasons as to why we receive such resistance. Okay, the real reason why is because they hate Yahushai, and that the Lord chose us out of the world, and that's why they hate us, because we are not of the world. Okay, all right. So that's something I want to talk cover in this lesson. Okay, just reinforcing that mindset. Okay, because this world will try to come at us and make us feel ashamed, or try to marginalize us for what we believe in, as though we're the villain. Okay, all right, as though there's something really wrong with us. All right, well, the problem really is what's wrong with them. Okay, all right, they're the ones who are in the wrong. All right, and that's what the scriptures say, man. All right, and so hey, let's go into the scriptures, man. Lord willing, this video is edifying. Um, this is John chapter 15, verse 18. It says, "The world, if the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. Okay, and that last punctuation mark there is a period. Okay, all right. There's no fine print. There's no, uh, you know, um, no extra clause there. No, it's a period. All right. The Yahawashi said it straight up, point blank. All right, that the world hates us because it hated him. All right, and Yahawashi comes in the volume of the book. So when we bring out certain things in the scriptures and people get offended, it's not that they're really offended at us. They're really offended at Yahweh and his son Yahawashi. Okay, if ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. Okay? All right, so if we were of this world, the world would love us. Okay? The world would love us, man. But because we are not of the world, but Yahushua has chosen us out of the world, all right, and we have been made separate from this world, that's why the world hates us. Okay? Again, there ain't no fine print there. They ain't no, oh, well, the way you guys talk about women and you guys are misogynistic and all of this other stuff. Look, that's all BS, man. Okay, because when you listen to a lot of these female rappers like Cardi B or whatever, Ice Spicy or whatever, those Megan Stallion people out there, they say many sexist and rough things about women too. Okay, but unsavory things about women and femininity too, but nobody comes up against them. Okay, when you listen to gangster rap and certain pop music and pop culture, and you watch these movies, are the same thing that these people complain against us about and try to pinpoint us and make us look like the bad guy for. Well, when you watch these movies and you watch these shows and you listen to these artists, those artists are doing the same thing. It's all up on the screen and nobody got nothing to say about it. Okay, all right, so there's a deeper reason as to why they come at us the way they come at us, and it's because they hate Yahawashi and they hate the fact that the Lord hath chosen us out of the world, okay, all right, and made us separate from this world and justified us from our sins and given us understanding of his mysteries. That's what they hate, okay, all right, because they were not chosen. All right, they were not chosen to receive and understand the glorious gospel, man. So they're blinded, and that fills them with rage. Okay, they're offended at the Lord. All right, verse 20 it says, "Remember the word that I said unto you: the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will persecute you. If they have kept my sayings, they will keep yours also. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me." Okay, all right, so there you go, man. All right, Yahushua was persecuted. We're going to be persecuted because the servant is not greater than his Lord. Okay, if they would have kept Yahushua's sayings back then, they would keep ours also. Okay, all right, but because they don't know the Father, therefore they don't know the Son. Therefore, they will not keep our sayings because they kept not the sayings of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. That's what it is. Okay, all right, all the little nitpicking and things that they try to say about us, to try to distract us and try to make it seem like we're the bad guy, and have you sitting there questioning like, damn, dang, wait, maybe we should, you know, trying to make you feel guilty. It's all BS, man. Okay, and a lot of it is slander too. Okay, like the conscious community and a lot of you pseudo Israelite groups, you called us grapists. Okay, without any witnesses to substantiate that claim. Okay, all right, no witnesses, no proof, no evidence. You called us grapists. Okay, come to find out, some of you were into the things that you accuse us of. Okay, all right. Okay, so it goes to show you that it's really because they're offended at the Lord. All right, it's not because of anything that we do or have done or have said. It's because they're offended at the Lord, because in a lot of cases they do the same things that they falsely accuse us of doing. Okay, all right, and we have to keep that in mind. All right, don't feel the need to justify our faith or justify our stance in the eyes of these people too much. Okay, just bring out the word. Okay, when they come up against us, if the spirit puts if the Lord puts the spirit in our mouth to speak, just bring out the word and move on. Okay, all right, whether they hear, whether they forbear. Okay, all right, and let it be, let that be what it is. Okay, because the scriptures say, "My sheep will hear my voice, and they're gonna follow the Lamb whithersoever he goes." So we don't have to feel any need to be overly apologetic to these people in the world, man. Okay, All right, this is John 16 and 1. It says, "These things have I spoken unto you, that ye should not be offended." Okay, "They shall put you out of the synagogues, yea, the time cometh that whosoever killeth you will think that he doeth God service." Okay, all right, so Yahawashi is letting us know these things so that we don't be offended. All right, when these things begin to come. Okay, because remember, Yahawashi, when he was with his disciples, all right, all the persecution and slander was really directed towards him. All right, but he left. All right, and so he's putting his disciples up on game. All right, so that when he leaves and the persecution and the slander and the hatred is directed towards them, they don't get caught off guard. Okay, all right, they don't get offended and wondering why is it thus. No, the Lord told us this was going to happen, man. All right, for our sanctification, all right, for the proof of our faith, and for the glorification of Yahawashi, and eventually the glorification of his saints. Okay, all right, so don't be offended when these things begin to happen. Are you gonna have times come where people who are persecuting and lying upon you and slandering you, they gonna do it thinking they doing the right thing. All right, they're gonna be fully invested, believing that they doing the right thing, man. Okay, all right, and it says, "And these things they will do unto you because they have not known the Father nor me." But come to find out, they don't know the Father. Okay, all right, you had many examples of that in the Book of Acts. Okay, all right, some of the Pharisees, the priests, and the Sadducees thinking they doing the right thing by persecuting the apostles and the disciples, man, from city to city. Come to find out, they doing straight BS, man. All right, thinking they know the Father so well, and it turned to find out they don't know the Father at all, man. Okay, all right, and you see it time and time again. You shall know a tree by its fruit, man. All right, you shall know a tree by its fruit. We see with a lot of these other groups. You see with these Christians. You see with the Black consciousness community and all these people out here thinking they doing the right thing. Buttering it up, making it sound nice. All right, and then once you start bringing out the scriptures and you start examining their works and their thoughts and their deeds and their words, all type of madness, man. Okay, all type of flaws and leaven all up in their doctrine and in their lives, man. Okay, but these things have I told you, that when they shall come, when they shall come, ye may remember that I told you of them, and these things I said unto you not at the beginning, because I was with you. Okay, all right. So Yahawashi let us know that this was going to happen, so that when it does happen, we might remember. Okay, the Lord said it was going to happen. Okay, all right. So we don't get caught off guard and shocked. All right, so we don't feel any form of shame, or feel guilt tripped into feeling like we doing something wrong and like we're at fault. All right, everything we saying is according to the Holy Scriptures of Yahawashi. If they can't get it, it was not meant for them to get it, and that's it. That's all. Okay, and if it's meant for them to get it, they'll come around whenever the Lord has them to come around. Okay, point blank. Period. Ain't no going doing backflips and becoming overly apologetic. Fuck all that, man. Okay, feelings trying to feel shamed and ain't none of that bullshit, man. Okay, trying to go tit for tat. Well, no, we don't really. No, man, no, man. Okay, nah, man. Okay, we bring it out, we break it down, we exhort, we edify to the best of our capabilities through the Spirit. If they have ears to hear, they gonna hear. If they don't, they don't. That's it. Okay, all right. All right, this is John chapter 17, verse 14. It says, "I have given them thy word, and the world hated them." Okay, so you see that the Lord gave us his word, and the world hates us because of it, man. Why? Because the word was not, and the understanding of the scriptures was not given unto them. So of course they're gonna look at it with a sense of disdain, with a sense of like confusion. Okay, all right, with a sense of of hatred, offense. Of course that's gonna be the case, man. And guess what? It's always been like that. It's always been like that from the beginning, man. When you had the the ways of the righteous always offended the ways of the wicked. Abel's ways and his walk with the Most High offended Cain. Okay, all right. Noah's ways offended the people that were on the earth that did not believe in the Most High. Okay, it was always like that. All right, even when we were in Egypt, okay, Moses went to Pharaoh and said, "Hey, the Lord hath said, let my people go that they may serve me." All right, and Pharaoh was offended, like, "Who is the Lord that I should obey him? I'm king." Okay, all right, we were given a different plot of land in Egypt, Why? Because our customs and our ways and our manners were different than the Egyptians, man. That's why the Lord told Moses to let Pharaoh let us go, man, and go sacrifice in the wilderness, man. Because if we did our sacrifices in Egypt, they would have got offended by how we served the Most High, man. All right, and that's a whole nother topic, man. It's always been like that, man. Our ways were always diverse from the ways of the world, and the world always hated us for it. That's just part of it, man. Okay? When we was trying to build up the temple and the wall in Jerusalem in the book of Nehemiah and Ezra, they had a problem with it. Okay? We was just trying to live at peace in Persia. Haman had an issue with it, man. Okay? You jump forward to the Maccabees and Ptolemy and Antiochus, they had a problem, man. It's always been that way, man. Okay? Why? Because they hate the Lord, man. Okay? All right, even amongst our own people, man. All right, the wicked of our people, Jeremiah was out there prophesying, Isaiah was prophesying, Ezekiel was prophesying. The prophets was out there prophesying, man. They had a problem with it. Why? Because they hate the Lord. That's what it is, man. Okay? All right? They came at Jeremiah, was like, oh, Jeremiah, you a spy for the Babylonians. That's why you saying this. Okay? Why? Because they hated the Lord. The Lord said, hey, look, if you don't repent, the Babylonians going to come and take you down, man. They had a problem with that. They didn't want to. They didn't want to feel sorry for these sins. They didn't want to submit to the will of the Lord. So they persecuted Jeremiah behind it. And the words of Jeremiah still came to pass, man, because it was the words of Yahawashi. Okay. All right. Matthew chapter 5 verse 10, it says, "Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." Okay. All right. Blessed are you when men shall revile you and shall persecute you and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Okay. All right, so you see within those two verses, Yahawashi says, "Blessed are they that are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." But then in the next verse, it tells you that they're gonna speak all manner of evil against you falsely, man. All right, so in their eyes, they're not looking at it like we're suffering for the right reason, man. They're looking like, oh, you guys are suffering as evildoers, or you're wicked, or it's because you're this way, you're that way, etc., etc. Okay, and they're just gonna fill in the blank. They just gonna fill in the blank with all type of slander and lies. All right, the same way they did Yahawashi, man. They brought up all type of false witnesses against him. Okay, all right, trying to just get any type of response out of him so that they could trap him up in his words, and snare him in his talk and condemn him even further, man. Yahawashi didn't give him not one response. Okay, all right, he might have responded to he responded to them one time. All right, and they got so cut. Okay, that they was like, hey, we don't need no other, no. They was so cut and frustrated. It was like, hey, we don't need him to say anything else. Let's just go deliver him up to Pilate. Okay, that's how it's gonna get in certain situations, man. Hey, remember that they doing it because they hate Yahawashi. It's not because of anything personal. Okay, all right, they're gonna straight up lie. The Lord said, hey, you are blessed if that's your lot. Okay, rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is the reward in heaven, for so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Okay, all right, John chapter 3. I'm sorry, First John chapter 3 verse 13. Okay, matter of fact, ooh, that's the spirit. Okay, First John chapter 3 verse verse 10, it says, "In this the children of Yahweh are manifest, and the children of the devil. Whosoever doeth righteousness is of the Most High. Whosoever doeth not righteousness is not of the Most High, neither he that loveth not his brother. For this is the message that ye have heard from the beginning, that we should love one another, not as Cain, who was of that wicked one, and slew his brother. And wherefore slew he him? Because his own works were evil, and his brother's righteous," man. Okay? All right, so you see that. You see the difference between the children of the wicked and the children of the Most High, man. Okay? All right, one hates the other. Why? Because the Most High is pleased with the works of the righteous, and he's not pleased with their works, and they've been reproved because of that. All right, and because of that hatred, they go and kill their brother, man. The same way Cain was reproved, man. Okay? All right, and he got in his feelings. He went to go kill his brother Abel. For what? You the one in the wrong. All right, when the Lord called him out on it, he he was like, "Oh, am I my brother's keeper?" you know, and then had the nerve to say that his punishment was more heavy than he could bear. That's ridiculous, man. But it goes to show you that the unreasonableness and the demented nature of these people in the world, man. They have no accountability towards the fear of Yahweh Shai and keeping His commandments. There is no getting through to them. Okay, and because we know that our opponents are of that ilk, of that lot, and they're cut from that cloth, we have no reason, okay, to feel any type of shame, to feel any need to be over apologetic, to be feel any need to be feeling guilty or anything. Okay, all right. To trim our ways, we don't have no reason to feel that way. Matter of fact, we're supposed to rejoice at it. Okay, all right. It says, "Marvel not, my brethren, if the world hates you. Ye know that we have passed from death unto life, because we love the brethren. He that loveth not his brother abideth in death," man. And everything we saying, all right, is out of the love of Yahawashi and the love for our nation. Okay, we want to see our people on top. We want to see the Lord reign. We want to see our people in a righteous state. Okay, all right, and the world benefits off of our people being downtrodden. Okay, our people being in filth and in wickedness and in unrighteousness, the world benefits off of that, man. So when we reprove our people and bring them to the light, okay, and we walk after the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai, loving the Most High and loving our neighbor as ourselves, that's a problem for them, man. Okay, all right. So they hate us because of that, man. Because this truth is setting us free, man, teaching us how to be a people all over again, and they don't like that. They don't like that. They don't like that. All right, the Bible talks about how they were in great fear, okay, because we stood upon our feet. They hate it, okay, all right, but that's okay. That's all right. That's all right. Okay, this is John chapter 3 and verse 17. It says, "For Yahweh sent not his son into the world to condemn the world, but that the world through him might be saved," which we know that that world is Israel, all right, pursuant to Isaiah, the 45th chapter. Okay, Israel shall be saved, the world without end. Okay, all right, really beginning with the elect. All right, it says, "He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because he believeth not in the name of the only begotten Son of the Most High. And this is the condemnation, that light is come into the world, and men loved darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil." Okay, all right, so that's why they hate. That's why they hate it. That's why they hate us, man. Okay, for everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be reproved. But he that doeth truth cometh to the light, that his deeds might be made manifest, that they are wrought in the Most High, man. All right, so they hate the light. Why? So because their deeds are evil, and they don't want to be reproved. They don't want to be corrected, okay, for their evil deeds, man. So they gotta, be offended at this, strain at a gnat here, and they gotta nitpick over there, and they gotta lie over here, and come up with false witnesses over there, and all these red herring arguments and straw man arguments all over the place, man, just to hide the fact that they're wicked as hell, okay, and they do not want to be reproved for their wicked deeds, man, because they hate the light, man, and that's why the Lord's gonna condemn the majority of people on earth. Okay, that's why the majority of our people are going to be destroyed. That's why the majority of people on earth are going to be destroyed, man. Okay, because they hate Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. That's what it's about. It's because they hate Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. It ain't no other reason. Okay, all right. And at the end of it all, hey, the elect are going to be exalted and delivered and justified, regardless of whatever they say. And they're gonna have to face the music, man. That they mess with the wrong ones, man. Okay. All right, and every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess anyway. So, hey, all that kicking against the pricks is going to backfire hard. Okay. All right, so I just wanted to bring that out. Lord willing, this video is edifying. I do want to give all praises again to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem Rakakwadash, double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and citations to the elect, Kwam Yasharala, and Abad Bubal. Shalom.